your drivenness comes across clear with regard to the gospel. And I was wondering if you could say a little bit more about that passion and that drive.
Well, I think that the thing that gets me up in the morning is I'm convinced that very often the church has a big gap in the middle of its gospel. We sort of understand salvation past, the forgiveness I've received in Christ Jesus. We kind of understand salvation future, the eternity that I'm going to have with Christ. But we don't really understand the present benefits of the work of Christ in the here and now. Jesus didn't just die for my past or my future. He died for my here and now. He died for that unthinkable experience that I don't know how to get through. He died for that relationship I have with a rebellious child, and I don't know what to do about that. He died for that tense moment I'm going to have with my husband and wife. He died for my struggle with an irascible boss that just seems to be down my neck all the time. He died for that experience of fear or depression or alienation. And that's really the only thing I do. It's the only thing I want to do is how can I connect the promises, provisions, the presence of Christ, of the gospel, the forgiveness and deliverance of the cross to those everyday experiences of life that everyone deals with.
Someone, as a compliment, referred to you as a grace junkie. And if you follow your Twitter account, it is all about the good news. You refer to the law and grace quite a bit. And I was wondering, before we dive into some particulars, if you could say what you mean by law and grace.
Well, I think the Bible is very clear that I've been born into a moral world, that I'm not the center of my universe. There is a creator, sovereign God who is ultimate, who, by means of his being creator, owns me. And he has the authority and the wisdom to tell me how to live. But I'm come into the world as a little self-sovereign. I want my own way. I want to set my own rules. And so naturally, I'm a rebel against the authority of that God. I want to write my own story. I want to live the way I want to live. I want the universe to indulge me. And because that is not a matter of my behavior, that's a matter of my very nature. It's a matter of my DNA as a human being. I can't escape that. I can't think my way out of that. I can't choose my way out of that. I need to be rescued. And so God was unwilling to have that alienation between himself and the creatures that he made. So he sent his son to live like I'm unable to live, to die on my behalf, so that the forgiveness, the righteousness, the empowerment, the deliverance that I need to live everyday life, I can actually find. And so grace is about, and I don't think people get this, it's about me being rescued from me. My big problem is not external evil. I mean, I'm not a 15th century monastic who believes it's an evil world, and the way that you keep pure is you separate yourself from the evil world, build big walls. Mm-hmm. I mean, that experiment failed. The monastery repeated every problem of the outside world. The big mistake of monasteries is they let people in them. And people brought the evil of the heart. It's the evil inside of me that is the thing that connects me to the evil outside of me. So grace is about God's unrelenting zeal to deliver me from me. All that bondage to that delusion and self-interest that is so much what sin is about.
Yeah.